Hello Internet, welcome back to more Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. You'll probably notice that we are not where we were in the previous episode. A lot of things have happened. So I had some trouble in my personal life, which is the big thing. But the second thing is that I actually lost a number of episodes because AverMedia made a garbage capture card. So I lost not one, not two, but 6 entire episodes from the series where it just recorded a black screen. The thing literally has one button on it. Couldn't be simpler. No idea why it chose not to record any visuals. So we did a lot in the absence of the series. So our base is back here. Or here. No, it's here. And we decided that, you know what? All this town has to offer are houses and lots of these garbage like botanical gardens, wood trails, these pavilions, and there's just nothing here. Like, if you look at this town, it is 95% houses. I'm done with houses. I'm tired of looking at houses. They have trash loot in them. They have a wide variety of loot, but they're not what we want anymore. We want to be going to stores. We want to be going to shops, things like that. So we decided, hey, we're going to go over here and we're going to check out this other very large town nearby. Now, at first glance, it looks pretty promising. We've got, nope, just more garbage. There's an open sewer, so it'll be an opportunity to get more CBMs. This is a small town full of houses. Here we have an office tower, which is where we are now. And then we see a lot of houses again. At least we know there's a hospital here, although I don't think we're in a position to really go to the hospital. We also went and we checked out this. We wanted to see if there was a lab here, and it turns out it's actually a military bunker. I wasn't really clear on what the protection defenses are there, so I didn't want to mess with that because I assume that there are lots of turrets and we don't want to be murdered in a single turn. What is this? Fishing pond. Oh joy, what a waste of space on the map that could have been used by better things. And then, of course, we have the beehive, which we also checked out in one of the episodes I lost, and we were nearly murdered by giant bees. We all but broke both of our arms. It was a very dangerous situation. We did manage to kill a few, but not great. Didn't want to be there. So now we've come over here. We explored this little town just to rest overnight. We've brought our vehicle up here. We've put supplies in the back of our motorcycle. We did expand the motorcycle slightly. We added a cargo space on the front as well so that we could stay out looting for a longer period of time. And I loaded up the back with basic medical supplies, some food items, things that we might need, the welder. We used our old batteries. We brought our old batteries because I don't think we have any of the new style batteries that actually fit the welder. So if we need to make car repairs, we're going to need our big batteries. I've actually not seen any of the larger new batteries in the game, and I'm kind of concerned about it because it makes our welder basically pointless until we can find the proper sided battery to put in it. So we did bring our motorcycle. We do have some basic supplies. The big problem that we found is that pretty much this entire area is just covered in acid ants. In fact, we fought one a moment ago. It went down a lot easier than I expected it to. I thought this would be like a really, really difficult thing for us to overcome. And then it went down in 2 or 3 hits, and it wasn't really a big deal. However, there were dozens and dozens of them in this general area, so I'm assuming that they're overrunning the entire town at this point. We really don't want to be here. The problem is that, you know, none of these other towns, all of these are very small towns. The next largest town we found probably is up here, and that's just so far that we can't make that trip and return to base very easily. Although now that I look, there's pretty huge development down here. The thing is, we want to continue living at our base at least until winter begins, because we have all of our supplies here. We have food growing here, and we don't have a vehicle of an appropriate size to truck all of this stuff to a new base. We don't want to have to fully relocate. We were hoping to come out here in a bike, loot for 2 or 3 days, and then head back to base and continue using this as our home base. I'm starting to realize that this is not a very good location for a permanent base. I think that we want to be more located near a town that's a little bit more substantial than this one. But for now, I think we're going to head in. We're going to eat and drink because I don't remember the last time we did so. We did bring some big jug of water, I thought. Cargo space. Oh, we have food in our inventory. That's why it's separated like that. We'll go ahead and drop most of this stuff. We don't really want to carry this junk with us as we go exploring. We're going to hold on to the hockey mask. I just took it off because I was having trouble. The ant actually spotted me before I spotted it because my vision was impaired by the hockey mask, and I really don't want that to happen while we're trying to loot or explore or whatever. We really don't want scary ants creeping up on us. So, we're going to eat. Mostly I want to drink. We brought a couple gallons of water with us. And we'll eat something with a high calorie content. We picked the food based on the highest calorie and lowest volume. So like we brought the Toastums, which was a little questionable because of the cardboard box. They're quite large. But they're really the only thing we brought that's quite large. But everything here has significant calories. And now that I know that there are ants here, we pretty much are guaranteed an infinite meat source. Because if there's one thing that ants in this game are good for, it's meat. Like, that's about the only thing that they're good for. Anytime I see ants, I'm very unhappy. Unless I'm specifically looking for a bunch of meat. So we have a bunch of meat. I feel like the office tower doesn't have anything for us. The problem is that we installed a headlight and we never installed a dashboard. So we can't actually use the headlights of our vehicle. So we're driving blind. So the only real safe way to do this, nope, please don't dive from a moving vehicle, is to clear the way. See, we wouldn't have seen this until it was too late and we would have plowed into it. Pork pie hat, nope. That reminds me of Miller from the Expanse series. He was always wearing a pork pie hat. So, drug van. Does it run? Wheels, yes. Battery, not really. No tank. Okay. So we want to clear the way on foot, and then we will come back to our vehicle and then drive it the way we've just cleared. We've also been encountering a lot of more advanced zombie spawns, things that are higher evolutions than what we've encountered before, which is pretty scary considering, like, we're in a pretty good position. I didn't have any real good torso or armor. We at some point lost our leg guards, were destroyed. Our military rucksack is also on its last leg because they always hit your freaking rucksack. So we didn't have any arm protection, so I have the turnout coat, but it is so encumbering that I've been taking it off when we fight anyway, so it's really no point in wearing it. In fact, we're going to take it off. We were also cold as it's getting later into the year. We're going to drive this up towards this house and we're going to spend the night, I think, just because you can't really drive in the daytime or in the nighttime like this. I do imagine that this town is going to be full of zombies. Nope. Why don't we, you know what, I'll go back and I'll butcher the ant so we can have some meat for dinner. Once we get in the house, we'll set up for the night. Butcher, we'll just do a quick butcher. Since when do they drop tainted meat? Why is this tainted meat? It's an acid ant. Why would an ant have tainted meat? And not tainted flesh? I don't understand. Food is tainted. Not tainted. Tainted. Why would an ant be tainted? This game more and more is starting to get on my nerves. I love this game, but I'm constantly coming across things where I think, you know, why? Why is that how it is? You know, why would you do this or why would you do that? Doesn't make sense. Why is an ant grant tainted meat? Doesn't really make sense. It's an ant. They are edible. I mean, I wouldn't really necessarily want to eat an ant, but I like knowing that the option is there. Close everything up. Hey, man. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand that logic there, and I'm not happy about it. We don't need another one. Take the ring. Yeah. So I just don't understand that decision. Every time I think I know something, man, we have to take these. Every time I think I know something about Cataclysm, I go and I find out that nope, it's not that way anymore. And it's pretty frustrating. Just drop all this. We want to get rid of the welding tanks, of course. They're the heaviest things. And the oil lamp we really don't need, although it's a nice thing to have. I mean, we found more interesting stuff in this one house than we did in all of the houses we searched before. Seems like those tanks are very nice to have. Especially because, like I said, our batteries are not doing so well. Hope the ants don't come bursting in. Man, I can't tell you how much it irritates me that it drops tainted meat, because they should be a reliable source of meat, and now they've taken that away from me. Acid zombie, I didn't even notice you sitting here. Yes. No, stop. Smash. Butcher. Acid zombie. Dismember. Zombie dog. Toastums. More toastums. Yeah, maybe I'm talking too much about it. It just irks me. All About Swords, that seems really good. Nope. Thought it was like a Forge magazine that would give us new recipes for melee weapons. It's not. It's one of those martial arts books, which I have no interest in. I suppose I should read them, but I just never used the martial arts. I don't really understand the stance system or why it's set up the way it is, so I usually don't mess with it. Close this, and then we'll start a fire, and we'll cook this fat. Why can't I did I not bring my toolbox? Every time. Oh, this is a pantry. More toastums. Well, I mean, we're good on calories, I guess. Where'd you come from? You better not have broken a window. Although I'm sure you did. In hindsight, should have brought another military rucksack with me. How did you get in here? Wait a minute. Zombie. I'm wondering, they said that they took care of the zombies duplicating. So there was a bug where if you killed a zombie, it would occasionally duplicate itself and stand so basically, if I killed a regular zombie, there was a chance that it would spawn another zombie right next to it. They were duplicating, and they told me they got rid of that. So did I just not see it in here, or is that still happening? Of course, walk right through the acid. Nope. Like an idiot. Walked right through the acid. Toolbox. Butcher. Quick butcher. Yep, really pisses me off that this is tainted meat. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Take the fat. Just because they're, giant ants, unless they changed it, every other giant creature in the game still drops regular old meat. What am I doing? Deconstruct. Get some wood. We'll cook these as cracklins. Oh, that's a crowbar. Lightware. Okay. Cracklins. Why can't I make cracklins? Food cooking of 2 or more, because I don't have a pan. Always something. Didn't bring anything. God. Man, I just getting frustrated with the game. Seems like every time I think I know what I'm doing, turns out I'm wrong. It's growing increasingly frustrating. And I like to consider myself as someone who pays a lot of attention to... Really? I can't just hammer sheet metal into a pot or a pan. Are you kidding me? Used to be, swear to God, I'm not making this up. Used to be you could take a sheet metal, and as long as you had hammering, you could hammer a pot out of it. I don't understand why that's not an option. It's sheet metal. It's a sheet of metal. All you have to do is bend it slightly, and it's a pot. So that pisses me off. What is this? Don't know why I dropped my crowbar. Gonna go ahead and drop this garbage. Waste my fucking time. Pick up the crowbar. You know what? I don't care. We're just going to eat some fat. It's going to piss my guy off. I don't really give two shits about it. Tons of calories in that, which is what we're after. You go back and have another drink before we go to bed. You know, I like to think I'm up to date on stuff that goes on with Cataclysm. I even make a series. You know, I have a series where we talk about, you know, new stuff. So I feel like I'm way more aware of stuff than the average Cataclysm player. And I'm just constantly irritated by things not going the way I thought they were supposed to. But I'm just complaining at this point. You can go upstairs. We're not particularly tired. Never did clear the upstairs. Feel very confident that they're going to rip my rucksack. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop the rucksack. Nope. Literally goes from 31 to 3. Okay. Not going to be able to carry this shit. Still too much space, huh? Okay. Well, now we've made ourselves extremely vulnerable. Cargo pants, no. I mean, it's a house. It's not going to have anything we want at this point. Not really. And every house I clear, all the upstairs are just covered with zombies. So, see if there are more down the hallway here. There's one. There's two. For some reason, every zombie in this game headed upstairs when the apocalypse came. Cash card. Cigarette. I'm overspaced. That's fine. What are you? It's a regular zombie. You don't mean anything to me. Fancy hairpin is plastic. No. Let's open this door and see how many are in here. Get out of here, mouse cursor. I just noticed you were on the screen. Please die. Yes. See, it's not dangerously close. They changed the message. Used to be is approaching. Now it says is dangerously close, which implies they're like right next to you. But if I hit escape, or I mean if I hit yes to stop, you'll see it's still like 3 tiles away. So it's not at all dangerously close. I really hate that they changed that message. It made a lot more sense when it was called approaching. Now it's dangerously close, which they never ever are. Pack, say can't carry anything, it's fine. We clear up here. Great. So we're just gonna call this for now. I'm gonna grab nothing because we're overburdened as it is. Anything here? Nothing. So we'll go pick our stuff back up. Wear the rucksack. We smash everybody. Go in the bedroom. Well, we'll go over here where there are not corpses. And we'll try to sleep. I don't think we'll be able to. But, nope. Those are all the wrong buttons. We'll try. Toss and turn. Yep. Something else that bothers me about the game, since we're on that kind of topic, since I'm in that sort of mood, I'm really irritated by how you only really sleep if your character is tired, which is of course not how humans work. Most humans are capable of taking a nap pretty much whenever they feel like it. More just garbage, huh? Sulfurous anthill. Well, oh boy. Good thing that spawned in the middle of town. So I'm seeing a lot of these garbage buildings again. Look at all these parks and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure it didn't used to be this way. I'm pretty sure this is because of urban development mod. It didn't used to be like that. But I'm just finding them everywhere. Like all of this stuff. Like the small wooded trail. The residential lots. I don't know about that one, but like all the pavilions and stuff that are taking up valuable real estate. And I'm pretty sure it adds a lot of these homes as well, and these like duplexes and things that keep spawning. So honestly, like I'm gonna be perfectly frank with you. I don't want to play this character anymore. I felt that way for a little while. Especially after losing all that footage, I kind of just wanted to end the series. And if I'm being honest, nobody's watching them anyway. I get between 1 and 3 views on any given video, so I don't feel personally accountable to any of you. And what I want to do is start a new game where I can actually, you know, go back to that early game where you're kind of on the verge of dying at any given moment. Whereas at this point we've survived the early game, we're solidly in the mid game, and there's just nothing for us to do. We're not strong enough to take on the military bunker here. We're not strong enough, really. We could probably handle a lab, because last I was at a lab, they were pretty sparse when it came to monster generation. It was mostly empty space and free loot. I don't know if that has changed or not. But like a hospital is still well beyond our abilities. Which is something else that irritates me, because now if you play with the regular CBMs, you require an auto dock, which is pretty much, I think, only guaranteed in a hospital. So in order to install CBMs, you need to be able to clear a hospital. Except that that's not that's a late game objective. You know, that's a late game objective. So it's basically saying, hey, you can't have CBMs until you basically beat the game, and there's really no point in you having CBMs at that point anyway, because you've already beaten the game. So I'm going to tell you what, I honestly, I think this is this character's last episode. We're going to be starting something new in the future. If this bothers you, you can leave me a comment, but honestly, nobody has watched this series. A lot of people watched the first episode, but that was it. Like, I get between 0 and 3 views on any given video, and most of those people watch for about 3 seconds. So I don't feel personally accountable to anyone. I'm at this point not having fun. I'm tired of houses and these stupid waste of space parks and things that are taking up. I mean, look at this. This one town. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this? No, it's a parking lot. 5 parks within current eyesight, like within our current range. There's 5 parks. There's 2 small wooded trails. I don't know what the D's are. That's not that mod, but you know. And in our previous town, look at all the pavilions we had. 1, 2, 3 pavilions, more wooded trails. I didn't notice a dispensary. We would have gone and looted that had I noticed it. Private parks. Like, I'm just not in the mood. And then in addition to the regular parks, we also have 3 freaking private parks. There's 8 parks in this one vision radius. It's just ridiculous. So I don't think I'm going to continue playing this character. So yeah, that's the end of Clarence France. In fact, just to solidify this so I can't go back on it, we're going to kill ourselves. Really commits? Yes. Oh no. Oh noes. He didn't make it. 368 kill count. I'm pretty sure the kill count was higher than that. It just doesn't count certain creatures. Quite a lot here. Yep, we're dead. Oh man. So it's over. Yep, I don't regret it. We're gonna move on to something a little bit more fun for me and interesting, because at the end of the day, although I'm trying to make content for you, I also want to enjoy myself, and I just wasn't having fun anymore. So we're going to be moving on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.